pretty hard to put it on one. Ooh. Okay. It is magic time.
Let me give you something to remember.
Wow. Yes. Yes. We got Renegade. What are we gonna get?
Let me give you something to remember me by.
Yes! Ugh! We got her! We're very far up on points too.
I'll do what I can.
That's huge. That is so big. Ho, ho, ho. Man, that's gonna be one of the biggest ones I've ever hit. Look at Ratcatcher, it's 26. That is freaking nuts.
No good wine will come from you, not even compost.
This is gonna be a huge tris. True dub. Okay, nice. Well done. Let's see who it is. Crazy Otter, huh? Hey, what's up, legends? Welcome back to another deck guide. Before we get into today's list, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please take the time to do so now. My next objective is to reach 10,000 subscribers, and I'd really appreciate your help and support in achieving that goal. For today, I've put together a relics list. So the leader ability that we're going to be utilizing is Force of Nature. With this leader, we get to spawn and play Woodland Spirit. That's this 9-powered token unit that you see here. This unit is a relic itself, so it's good to play relic cards with this leader because we do have some synergies to work when playing this leader ability. And the way we look to use this unit is preferably in round 2 or 3, and it's going to be to contribute towards gaining Sabbath under some conditions, and also just for the point slam that it offers. Stratagem that we're utilizing is Crystal Skull. Boost an ally unit by 4, giving it fail. We do have a few engines in this deck, so I kind of like to use Crystal Skull on Self Eater when going first in round 1. In addition to that, another play could be to use Crystal Skull on Witch Apprentice. This is a strong engine that we'd like to keep going, so we want to prevent it from getting locked, right? So what I'm going to do is run you through this list bottom up, explain how best to play each card, when to play it during a match, and then we're going to discuss how to execute the strategy for this deck. So to begin with, we have one Drowner in this list. In this list, I've added in a few tech cards to help make this deck flexible and deal with different situations. So this card offers us the ability to move units. On deploy, we get to move an enemy unit to the other row, damage it by 2. Obviously, main thing that comes to mind that Drowner could be used for could be in Keltalis matchups especially. This is a Thrive unit, so as we play cards with a higher power than this, it will be boosting itself by 1. Because this is a tech card, you're pretty much going to use it as you need to during a match. Maybe it won't be as relevant in some matchups, and you can simply look to pass it away. We have Peller in this deck because we do have a number of engines. So if one of our engines gets locked, we can use Pella to purify it, remove the lock, or if a tall unit of ours gets poisoned, Pella's pretty good in that circumstance too. Also, if the opponent has a defender, you can purify defender, and resilience units are also good targets for Pella. To give our deck consistency, we have Archie Spore in here. There's a Death Wish unit. What we want to do with Archie Spore is keep one of the copies to be played from hand, and then the second copy is always to be left in deck because of the way that this card works. Summon all copies of this unit from your deck to this row. So this card kind of needs to die in order to get activated. That's why it's a Death Wish card. And what we want to do with Archie Spore is, with all of our deck consistency and thinning, usually we want to do that as early on as possible in a match because of the value that's going to provide us. So I really suggest we play Archie Spore round 1. And what we're going to do is utilize Brew-S to consume the Archie Spore. So this card has a Zeal Order ability, consume an allied unit, 1 charge. Increase the number of charges by 1 whenever you play a crone. We're playing all the crones in this deck as well. So that's pretty much it. Archie Spore, round 1, followed up by Brew-S, consuming Archie Spore, getting that thinning value out. We want to play Brew-S as our first crone before the others, so that these other crones can play for a greater value because of the good abilities they have. Then we have Double Lesser Witch. Deploy, spawn a base copy of self in graveyard, bonded. Spawn a base copy of self on this row instead. Lesser Witches will play for greatest value, playing them together then. So try to, when you find one copy, try to hold on to it till you find the other copy from your deck. And you can commit them freely anytime in the game, really. Round 1 to help you get more points. Round 2 or 3. We're just looking to emphasize playing them together for the bonded value. So they play great for their provision cost. We have Spores, another tech card to deal with boosts. So if a unit's power gets boosted very high above its original base power, we get to reset the power of that unit. Could use this as a tall punish option at the end of the match if you like. Double Witch Apprentice. Witch Apprentice is a really strong engine. At 5 provision costs, we've got a 2-point boost per turn engine as long as we have Sabbath. So what we need is 25 or more points on a single row before we go ahead and play this card. But keep in mind, Witch Apprentice can contribute to gaining points for Sabbath as well. Okay, so Witch Apprentice could be a really nice way to get you round control round 1. Maybe even win on even against the opponent round 1. Probably a good round 2 play also. A bit more awkward in a short round 3 because we need Sabbath. So more of a round 1 or 2 card. We have Double Gan. Increase this unit's base power by 2 for each adjacent relic. That's the deploy. Gan works really good with the Self Eaters in particular, but we are playing a lot of relics in this deck, so Gan shouldn't be too hard to activate for the deploy. Use 1 of these copies round 1, and then what I like to kind of do is leave the other copy in deck. And what I'm going to be doing is utilizing Mamuna to play the other Gan to trigger perhaps more Self Eaters or a nice point swing that way. So what Mamuna does is, has a Zeal Order ability, banish a bronze unit from your graveyard, boost Self by its power, summon a copy of it from your deck to this row. On Sabbath, we get to play that copy. So like I said, we are going to try to use Mamuna for Sabbath as much as possible. That's how we get the best value out of this card in this deck. And it kind of makes sense that Mamuna can come out round 2 because Mamuna thins our deck and can put a lot of pressure on the opponent round 2. Maybe you can bleed some good cards out of the opponent. So like I said, utilize Mamuna to get you the second Gan. If not, of course, you could just go for maybe Axis to get another Self Eater. Maybe you want to draw a Witch Apprentice. We have some backup plays too. We've got Incubus in here. Summon a bronze unit from your opponent's graveyard to the opposite row. Summon a bronze unit of equal or less provision from your graveyard to this row. Incubus is good because it gives us extra units for Triss to play into in some positions. And of course can bring back a really strong engine again. I think the best thing to do with Incubus is use Incubus to get a Self Eater back. Especially if the base power has gotten really high, Incubus can play for some pretty good value. It's a bit of a conditional card. If not, Witch Apprentice is also really good. Bring back another strong engine. So Incubus would most likely come out around 2 or 3. 2 Self Eaters. Pretty consistent engine in this list. We want to play one Self Eater round 1 and then use the others in the subsequent rounds. Order half this unit's base power, then spawn a copy with the same base power on this row. Whenever you play a relic, increase this unit's base power by 1. So it's an engine, a relic engine. What we want to do is open up into round 1 with Self Eater. Into any of the rounds that you're going to look to commit Self Eater, it should be the first card played because of the relic synergy and engine that it is. So round 1, play Self Eater out, give it Crystal Skull, and keep playing your relics from there, okay? Self Eater's really good in round 2 or 3 also. To give this deck control, added a lock in here. So this card locks a unit on deploy. As far as the other crones that we're playing out, Weave S, boosted allied unit by 2. Increase this boost by 2 whenever you play a crone. So bear in mind, what we want to do is play Brew S first, as I said. Weave S would probably come out second. And then what we want to do is save Wisp S for our last play, typically, because it just offers great control. On deploy, damage an enemy unit by 2. Increase this damage by 2 whenever you play a crone. So let's say we play Wisp S last, we get to do 6 points of damage with Wisp S. Pretty good control to be utilized. So as far as the sequencing of the crones, like I said, Brew S round 1. And then we can play the boost crone round 2 and even Wisp S round 2. That's how we're going to look to do it. Got Ratcatcherus. Kind of has a similar ability to Self Eater in that whenever you play a relic, increase this unit's base power by 1. Whenever this unit is damaged, reduce its base power by 1. Sabbath, we cancel that ability. What we want to do with Ratcatcherus, I believe, is kind of play Ratcatcherus round 2 because we want to get that resilience value from She Who Knows throughout the entire match. So to avoid Ratcatcherus simply passing on to round 2 and losing She Who Knows, get the resilience with She Who Knows round 1, then slam Ratcatcherus down round 2, and then look to get She Who Knows to carry Ratcatcherus into round 3. So if we're going to take that line, most likely play Ratcatcherus as an opener into round 2. Nugglefar for deck consistency. Look at 2 random gold cards from your deck. Play one, place the other on top. This card will usually be played round 2 when we're more certain of what we're likely to pull with it, because it's got a bit of a random aspect to it. Make sure you do play it round 2 to ensure we get all of our gold cards. We've got Quacks in here. We're playing this melee row. Each player summons the highest provision unit from their deck to the melee row. So what we are doing with this card is drawing out She Who Knows. So it's a really good play. Quacks gives us consistency to get She Who Knows. And by doing this, we attack the opponent's strategy by bricking their important combination. That's what we're hoping to do. So this is best played round 1 before the opponent is likely to play an important card of theirs, and we can mess up their play. And you're going to do this as a closing play of round 1 to keep She Who Knows as safe as possible, because She Who Knows is a really important card. At the end of round, give resilience to the highest base power unit on our side of the battlefield. So what we want to do round 1 is give resilience to She Who Knows, and Ratcatcherus round 2 would be best. So make sure you do have enough room melee row to play this card out as well. Then we've got Heatwave. I've added this in here to deal with scenario cards at this time. Banish a unit or an artifact. Of course, targeting resilience units with this card is good, or using it just for a tall punish option. So Mamuna we've covered. Simply try to look to utilize Mamuna round 2 to draw out one of the relics from your deck. Triss Meteor Shower. We're looking to use Triss Ranged Row. Boost all allied units on a row by half their base power. Triss probably plays best in a relics deck because of how tall our units go. And I believe what we want to do with Triss is pretty much use Triss round 2. And what we want to emphasize is stacking all our units melee row and then saving ranged row open for Triss. Let's say you bleed really hard into round 2. And then at some point at the end of your bleed, when you think you've bled enough, and you want to go into a short round 3, just play Triss as your closing move of round 2. Plays for really great value. You can even use Leader at that time before committing Triss to put some extra pressure on the opponent. So that's all the cards covered in the list. Let me explain how to execute the strategy for this deck. Round 1, basically what you can do is focus on committing your bronze cards and your thinning. So what you're going to do is open up with Self Eater. You can Veil Self Eater with Stratagem. You can play Archie Spore next. You can throw down Brewess. Before you throw down Brewess, click Self Eater to get that engine value, consuming the Archie Spore. If you have both copies of the Lesser Witches in your hand round 1, play them out. Play the Witch Apprentice, play one Gan out. Towards the end of round 1, before you close the round out, your last play would be Quacks getting out She Who Knows. And let's say that's enough to get you round control. What I'd suggest with this deck is that we bleed. It's pretty much a bleed oriented kind of deck. So into round 2, what you do then is throw Ratcatcheress as an opener, still row stacking your units for Sabbath next to She Who Knows. And what you're going to look to do from there is you can play out Mamuna. You can play your other bronze cards out. You can pretty much 2-0 with our list if you've got the right hand and the right combinations. So definitely go for that. You can play the Crones. If you want to 2-0, do that. If you're looking to 2-0, obviously you're going to commit your Leader last. And your probably very last play of the round would be Triss Meteor Shower, boosting all your melee lined up units for a very big point swing. So bear in mind, bleed deck, how far you're going to commit into round 2 will depend on what you've got left in your deck, how your hand looks. But like I said, this deck's got a bleed emphasis, a 2-0 emphasis. It can go a short round 3-2 because we've got resilience carryover with She Who Knows. Hope you enjoy the following matches. Thank you for your time and support. Hey, Archie Spore's gonna get imprisoned immediately. Better off round 2, I guess, having that. Gan, though. I want Gan for later as well. Oh, that's good to get. No Brewess. We have a Self Eater. Problem is what last? Maybe this is Renfrey. If it's Imprisonment and they're playing like that. I wouldn't be surprised. There is Imprisonment Renfrey going around.
It's a pity I can never finish.
The only control is the one Crone. You mean in our deck? We've got a few different forms of control on the list though. Like you got Heat Wave, you got Lock, you got Spores, you have Movement. I've added in a few different things to make it balanced, you know? Balance is the key. Caught a glimpse of your interview with Berza. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Otter. I had a great time chatting with him. He's an absolute legend. Very kind person. We need more people like that, you know? I got nothing but good things to say about him. Shall we be a bit more aggressive with this one? Is Triss NG? No. Yeah, pretty much dub. Yep, that's how I'm playing it. Might feel a bit awkward because it's like one random Death Wish unit, but you just gotta play it a certain way. Should have a lot of locks in their deck actually. Maybe throw one out. This one.
Hey, why aren't they down here?
Can we throw out Quacks and get Renfrey? There could be a good chance we get it if I play it now. Thank you, Riverman. What's the coolest monster in the Witcher universe? Man, they're all so cool. And you get to learn a lot more about them if you played like The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, the expansions. I love them all, man. Pretty hard to put it on one. Ooh. Okay. It is magic time.
Let me give you something to remember.
Wow. Yes.
Cunning play.
Yes. We got Renegade. Mate, you gotta take risks in life. You can't play it safe, alright? They got a 6 in, yeah, they got a 6. So I don't know how to deal with this at this time, to be honest. Yeah, so we definitely got to go for the bleed. There's no doubt about that. I think we're just getting locked up though.
Garments are shackles that restrain our desires.
There's the 6 out of these.
I bring death. Quite literally.
Right. We can throw down Witch Apprentice. Damn, the Crones are not really set up again. Leshen, yeah, Leshen's pretty cool. Multiple Renfreys, I think so. Yes, Stub, that's right. Leshen's really cool in The Witcher 3 when you fight Leshen. Wow, the Ratcatcher's at 12, friends. That is no joke. It's probably better value play for me to go Witch Apprentice. It gets locked. Then I play Pillar and I get a boost. Isn't it?
They're surprisingly clean pictures, as it happens.
Because if I purify Self Eater, it'll just get locked again. Right away. I don't really get some value out of that there. But like this, I'm getting a boost. It's probably a smarter line. What do I have for short round? Maybe we're just going Crones short round.
What is truth if not an illusion?
Crones and Lesser Witch. Respect to damage.
Reality is that which they believe it's no more. Does not go away.
Probably want to attack that now. I guess I played for some right value. We're gonna purify the 3. Maybe Triss comes out now. I'm just gonna keep pushing. Yes, that's what we're gonna do, Dub. 100%. By doing so, Gan plays better, and we trigger Ratcatcheress again. I think Triss coming out now. Yeah, good that we killed that illusionist. Is that the best option for them? Drowner, really?
Novice mistake.
Novice mistake. Wait, we should do the purify first, right?
Like
Thou spirit devoid of name, art now our veil of pain.
I think Mamuna and Triss. Maybe even Leader. Or should we save Leader short round 3? We're looking far ahead on points.
And I shall treat you as such.
Yeah, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. He plans on taking an offensive Triss. Them, right? Oof. Hope they don't have it. They do run Triss in that one. Yeah. You know what? You're right about that. I mean, it's perfect for our Triss though now. It's absolutely the best time to do it. Yeah, you're right, Dub. Come to think of it, so have I. So Renegade to give multiple Renfreys. They got Triss in there. I mean, Triss isn't as good in their list as ours though. No. Look at our base powers. We're very far up on points too.
I'll do what I can.
That's huge. That is so big. Ho, ho, ho. Man, that's gonna be one of the biggest ones I've ever hit. Look at Ratcatcher, it's 26. That is freaking nuts.
No good wine will come from here, not even compost.
Do we tempo pass? Let's go for it, man, eh? Wait, what's this play for? What's the value here? I'm getting 6 points with this. No, I think we tempo pass. Got it. Clean, clean. Quack, quack. Ooh. Yes! Did you see that pool? Thank you. We have some good luck here. Some very good luck. First card, Calvate. Let's go. No. Really?
Take him to the woods and release the hounds.
Oh.
Just a peek. That is all I need.
They say you are what you eat.
Okay. How come sometimes I lose my card back and coin in between matches without changing it? Is that just something to do with the game? Like it glitches out like that? Do you guys experience that?
It's a pity I can never finish.
I hate nothing more than a creaky door.
Wow. Incredible. Put it here? Here?
It's a pity I can never finish.
Never experience it? Okay. Maybe I'm the lucky one.
My duty? To stick my nose house where it doesn't belong.
2, 4, 6, 7. What are we gonna get?
Let me give you something to remember me by.
Yes! Ugh! We got her! Yes! We did it!
I know the truth. I simply want you to admit.
Flashback to last season. Yes! The magic is here tonight. No!
I wonder what my snares
Yes!
will do this time.
They didn't lock her, dude. But I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna go like hold on. They're gonna do like Vilgefortz there, huh? They're just getting ready, man. They're lighting her up. How much damage you got here? So what if I went Nugglefire now? Heat wave and a lock. Not so bad. We probably want to get rid of it because it's very sketchy with their leader. Do I heat wave Renfree in case they got Purify? No. I hope they don't.
I'm so done with it. It's a pity I can never finish.
They're just answering the engine first. Oh, crap.
Spouts at me. I'm nothing.
Right. Damage by 4. We could damage it. Or should we play this one first and then go with that there? We'll go 6 points of damage, so it's not as good. Yeah, there it is.
The Vormorlahans detest intruders.
Honestly, I probably should have been opening up space here too. I overlooked that. Maybe I should have been consuming these, and then we could have used that, but I think we got this round anyway. Yeah, it was better for me to play that way. 4-point carryover is not as sketchy as a 10-point unit. Basically like having a Zoltan against dwarfs there. So I'm getting out a Self Eater. Ooh, man, they're good there, though. What do they got? Self Eaters as well. So it's gonna be like... maybe this one first.
And just as squishy.
Play Incubus melee to not give units here. I can lock she, who knows. Also not so bad. We could push really hard here now as well.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
So then I can't use Mamuna here. Unless I want to go... Wait, no I can. I can use Mamuna for the piggy. So what do we got on deck? Okay, we're gonna play like this. Maybe we can still do it that way. Still get Mamuna into another self-eater. Is that better than a piggy?
A pleasure to bleed you.
So if they get a leader, it could be pretty bad.
It's rude.
We just get for engine value. That.
I'm so damn tasty. It's a pity I can never finish.
Yeah, just goes Meliro Triss. Could get a lock out of that.
I am your source of self-destruction.
Is that worth lock, really? If I'm boosting, it is.
The golden dragon.
She who knows back there. Probably.
Our world is in harmony.
Hey, what's up, Stereo? Pretty good. How about yourself?
Need something.
Yes! Okay. Bricked. Now I'm going for it. That was good. Might have just won us the match. Go! Yes! Yes! Woo! That's what I'm talking about! Purify resilience. What's that for? Nope. Thank you for the subscription, Laura Keat, my dear friend, my regular viewer. You're so kind to me. It's amazing, your kindness. Outstanding kindness you've shown. Greatly appreciated. We do not have a nice hand.
Shabby. Not shabby at all.
We don't have a nice hand here, friends. Very sus hand, honestly. Good. Yeah, it's got that quote. Yeah. Your Frost deck was awesome. I went from rank 4 to rank 2. Haha, hell yeah. Gwent Blade with the wins. That's sick, man. Good to hear. Really happy for you, friends. How good is that?
Then pigs fly, eh?
I wish I could do more in this round. But as you can see, my hand is just clunky. Dwarven Agitator.
We'll pay men back for their persecution.
Don't agitate yourself, my friend. Have fun when you play Gwent.
Hey, my eyes are down here.
I'm surprised we're keeping up on points here. Alright, man. You take it. You take it. Can we get a Brewess? Can we get a Quack Quack? Yes! The magic is here. Wow, you see that magic? That's at 4. This is at 5, eh? I don't really want to give him that, but I don't know. Well. Vegas.
You'll never take one plowing step further.
Let's intimidate him with a purify.
But now available.
We can lock something back there. Right. Yeah. So I could have went that way too. Wait, what am I bringing back at 5? Piggy, is it? Let's do this. It's gonna be Brewer.
Once you know the thing, no yell at the dinner table. It's rude.
We can lock now. They may have purify.
The favor's enough. Let's get to work.
I do not mince words on principle.
God, that's pretty good.
For Mahakam.
They say you are what you eat.
Wow, 50-point difference. I mean, 20-point difference to make it a 50. It's a bit of a big gap for us. So we got 2, 4, 6. Give me Quack. Come on. Oh, yes! Wow! Yo, we just got a full value Quacks because the row is clogged. Yes!
Truly.
You know what? I could even slam leader now. Is leader worth it? Maybe I'll hold it. I mean, when's Triss gonna be good, man? Do I save Triss or...
Once you know the thing, no yell at the dinner table. It's rude.
We need points anyway. Wait, they're only on 1 base power, but...
You're one sexy witch, and I'm here to please.
That's the 5, is it?
The witch's best friend is a pig, no doubt.
I try to not affect the viewer experience too much. Yeah. I want you guys to have a good time when you're watching my stream, not get like too interrupted in that. That's why. Nice. Had to spend a bit. That was such a good quacks, man. Oh. That was crazy. Like full value. Maybe Spore's okay still. Okay. I have leader, right? Mamuna. Oh. Okay. Ooh, even better. We traded, man. We traded pretty good. We traded spores for a heat wave. I don't mind.
So damn tasty. It's a pity I can never finish.
Devil, brutal it all.
Heat wave, the armored 6 probably.
It's rude.
Quick, move those hooves, or we'll both be ham.
Points, man. Barclay.
Get the move on, lads. Look alive.
I'm so damn tasty. It's a pity I can never finish.
Clean. Sweet. Now that was a clean win. We've been missing Brewess. Bro-locked unit. Nugglefar. Nugglefar. Well, good thing is we're going first.
I'm so damn tasty. It's a pity I can never finish.
Blood for foul blood.
Oh, it's the Warlord play.
Only one will walk away from this.
We really can't go long rounds.
Couldn't touch a hair on my head, she said.
Can you please turn off? I've always used this setting.
We'll treat it well. With fire and iron.
I'm not sure if that's an issue for the majority or, but sorry for any inconvenience if it is, but there's a setting I've always used as well. Hoping that it sticks, probably won't. Okay, it survives. Oh. So, when do we go quacks? Do we go now or is that too early still? Nugglefar really not good now. Maybe?
I'm so damn tasty. It's a pity I can never finish.
Oh, that's big. Nice. That's fantastic to get out. That is so big, man. Crap. I haven't changed any settings, my friends. No idea. I'm just doing the same old thing. We got Brewers to consume the Archie Spore. Probably get rid of this. Lesser Witch. You got Gan in there. Nugglefire's gonna be good. Keeping that. I don't know. Probably, well, am I opening up with that? We're gonna consume that. Yeah, probably is. Blood Eagle. We could boost that up.
Stench of beer. I knows it.
What are their raid? What's their raid cards on? We haven't really seen any raid cards. We can go Brewers. Cool. Ah, okay. Well, we got a few different threats, even though they've done that there. And Nugglefier? Probably into Mamuna, huh?
Down on your knees and beg for mercy.
Wow, just greeting.
Show us what you got.
Really, really greeting there. That's a lot of points. This is massive. What's next? Weavers, maybe? Ice is coming out. We got Heat Wave for Utah.
My beauteous
May Freya choose the victor.
Is there some potential for them to use the counter?
I do not mince words. On principle.
Yes, my friend. What's your question? Boosty? I don't really fancy our odds in a round 3 against this deck. I think we get deleted, man. Probably get deleted. Maybe I gotta go all in. Try 2-0. Can we do that? I don't know. Three, 6, 2, 7, 8.
Over my dead and cold body.
Good. Heatwave Utah. Alright, let's check it out.
Of course, friend. Who wants to taste Skellige
Yes! Oh man, I had to do it that way. I had to.